What's up guys, and welcome to another edition of FPV Freestyle Kingz Pilot Spotlight. Now this time I have gone bonkers and I've picked out 32 different videos, the most mind-bending and mind-blowing FPV freestyle videos that I've found in the last month. I'll say month, it's actually like, some of them are like 3 months old if I'm honest. But anyway, I haven't done this in a while, so we're going to roll with it. And it's from 32 different pilots, obviously, and I've split them into 10 categories. And so without further ado, because there's so many to get through, let's just crack on. So the first category that I've called flow state. And this is one for all the flow pilots. And the first pilot, very fitting, is called Flow PV. So let's get into his video and see what it's all about. Firstly, I love his cinematic filming here. I'd almost call this like cinematic freestyle. But he does a really great job of flowing around this spot and just hitting nice technical tricks there, like an inverted yaw spin, and it's just also smooth. The picture is beautiful. It's giving me those old school Johnny FPV vibes almost. Nice reverse there, super sick. Definitely one for checking out. Flow PV. On to the next one. Now this next guy, he's French. And the thing I love most about him, he does a lot of technical tricks, but he's always so smooth with it. And he always has so few minor corrections. And the guy that I'm talking about is called Florian Tissier. And his last video, which just came out, was an uncut Bando flow rip. And we're going to just watch a short portion of it. And I always say during these videos, I encourage you to check out the description below. I'm going to list all the videos. Go check out the full videos, because they're all insane and they're all worth checking out. So just let's watch a short clip of Florian Tissier's Bando video, which is called Bando Smooth Uncut. Starting with a switchback into a matty flip. And you see what I mean about how he's just so smooth? There's not many minor corrections. He's got great throttle control, he hits gaps, and yeah, I just love how smooth he is. Such a joy to watch. Boom. Yeah, watch the full one of that, the uncut. It's about 1.5 minutes. It's insane. He's such a good pilot. On to the next one. Ooh, so that was the end of my flow series, and now we're on to one of my favourite, or flow category rather. Now we're on to one of my favourite categories, Juicy Star. And this next pilot, you've probably heard of him, to be honest. He's not a small name, but maybe if you're new to FPV, you haven't heard of him. And he is a beast when it comes to just juicy flow and also having very, very few minor corrections. And this is from Alexandre FPV, and it's called Feel Every Turn. And we're going to watch a bit of his freestyle edit in this video, which is so sick. You've got to watch it. I love how clean he is. Ooh, look at that. Oh, reverse. And he's so stylish as well. He doesn't just exit by going backwards. He does all these little sort of extra, I'll say, like nuances of style he adds in just sets him above a lot of the other pilots. Because, it's just so clean, so smooth. No minor corrections. And, yeah, such an awesome pilot. Definitely check him out, especially if you haven't heard of him already. Go check him out. Right, on to the next one, and I put this one in because actually some of you out there may know that this is my favourite freestyle pilot. And yeah, I'm just going to say who it is. It's Ep.4 FPV, and I love every single video that he drops. But this one I really liked in particular. It's called Proxy Props FPV Freestyle. Let's watch a short clip. The thing I love about him is just how he's so sort of aggressive and juicy, and he locks in all his moves, but he doesn't do any like minor corrections. There's no mistakes when he flies, and it's just the proximity. He snaps into so precise. Oh mate, look at that. The style is just next level. Proximity. Ooh, so clean. His flat yaws, finishes it. Ooh. You see, he finishes it with a dive, but then he does a cheeky little snap back to look back into the gap. It's just style off the charts, technical skill off the charts, precision, flight, everything off the charts. That's why he's my favourite pilot. Anyway, on to the next one. We've reached a new category, and I've called this Big Bando Senders, because these are all the guys who are sending it big in bandos, and I think that these videos deserve a shout out. So first up in my list of Big Bando Senders, we've got Bog FPV, who's also from the UK like me, and his video is called Gridworks Ipswich, which is a place where he's flying, and I've flown there before. It's a pretty good spot actually. It's quite intimidating, some of the roof gaps, but he sends it big. Let's see what he does. So these intimidating roof gaps that I was talking about, you don't want to get stuck up there. I've got a friend who actually got stuck up there and he had to climb. Yeah, smooth with the double power loop gap and into a trippy spin, technical. And this is a gap I never even tried before. You got to wait for it. Ooh, tiny power loop roof gap. That was savage. Go watch the full video. I'd say he's an upcoming pilot as well because, yeah, he's getting better all the time. On to the next pilot. Now, this video I loved because, in fact, he gives you, in the first like 5-10 seconds or something, he gives you a teaser to the best bit of the video, and that's pretty much mostly why I featured it, because of the insane dive. But this guy is from Korea, and his name is 3004 J's or JS FPV, and his video that I'm featuring today is called Bando Abyss. And yeah, check out this spot, and also check out his big sends. Look at this spot. Insane spots. I've seen a few people fly this before. Ooh, he's risking it with like the vortex up, and then he's kind of flipping down into it. Such a sick spot. This was the bit that I love most about the video. This dive is nuts, and he builds up the tension. Look how tight that is. Absolutely mental. You have to watch the video if you want to see if he makes it or not. No spoilers here. Go check out the video. Check out the description. He'll be there. Right, on to the next pilot. So this next pilot is possibly from Russia. I don't know. There's some Russian characters, I think, in his description, so I'm guessing he's Russian. Maybe I'm just being small-minded, and he's actually from somewhere else. But anyway, his name is Zendos RC, and the video that I'm featuring is called This FPV Drone Has Crashed Over 100 Times in a Day. Proximity, ooh, lovely. Reversing under there, super tight. This is a really great line, in and out the gap. Then he's sort of trippy spinning between the doorways, flipping down to the pillars, the columns, and he's doing an infinity trippy or trippy figure eight. Yeah, really locked, and that video is really awesome. Go check out the full thing, it's sick. Right, now this next pilot I actually hadn't heard of, but I asked on my Instagram for help from you guys, and somebody recommended this dude, and I was more than pleasantly surprised because he is sick. He's from Korea. His name is Odd Surfer, and the video that I'm featuring is called I Love FPV Freestyle, but my action cam is not like that. And I think he's basically saying his action camera doesn't like it when it crashes because it probably gets abused a lot, much like mine. Let's watch the video. So I'm sure this guy's a racer because he's really, look at this, so fast and aggressive, hitting gaps like it's nothing, really fast, tight, great throttle control, but he's also got technical trips like Matties and stuff like that. Yeah, I love this kind of fast and aggressive style. It reminds me a bit of Gunwoo as well, but he's also thrown in the technical tricks. I would recommend go watch the full video of that one because it is goddamn awesome. Alright, on to the next big Bando sender, and this one is by a pilot called Mr. Biggles from France, I think, and his video is entitled Welcome to Disney. He's not flying at Disney, maybe that's what they call the spot, or maybe he's just being facetious. Anyway, let's check the video out. Ooh, a wall ride power loop. That was, sorry, ceiling ride. This guy also looks a bit like a racer. He's got a lot of speed. Really, really tight spaces. Very controlled. This last gap that I feature, out the window. That was mad. Really, really awesome. Check him out. Right, on to the next category. And we are on to now a category which is called Uncut. And it's pretty self-explanatory. These are videos I've featured where it's people flying without any cuts. So this first person that I'm featuring is from Germany. His name is Gonz, or just Gonz. And I couldn't find him on YouTube, so I featured one of his Instagram clips, and it's called Bando bashing. It's a great uncut. Stick cam's offline. What are you going to do? Great control, throttle control, hitting small gaps, out the roof, back in the roof, back in the roof. Lots of speed, lots of precision, in, out, ooh, lovely dive, power loop dive, proximity power loop dive, that was really good. And then back in, yeah, so much control, and really awesome control and skill, and that's why I featured him. So check him out. Next pilot is called, I'm not going to tell you what he's called yet, but I think he's from Germany, and I'm assuming that he likes bananas, because his name is I Like Bananas FPV. So, is he flying bananas? We're going to find out. This video was a solid one pack. You have to go and watch the full one pack because it's really technical. He's flowing the whole spot. Plenty of sick tricks. He goes big. Power loop, tiny little roof dive. Love that. Yeah, and then he's doing switchback. Oh, he crashed a little bit there. But that full unpack is really great. Recommend watching that. And does he like bananas? You'll have to ask him and find out. So this next pilot is from the good old US of A. And he's a pilot who I've seen improve a lot, I would say, over the last year or so. He's been getting much more smooth, more precise, more technical. And he does a lot of uncut stuff. And I really like watching his stuff. It's always great to watch. Especially because he's just been getting better and better. This was one of my favourite ones from him recently. I couldn't find him on YouTube, I don't think. But on Instagram, this one he captioned spin, gap, send. It's sick. This is Merc. Let's go. You know, starting with a trippy, spicing things up by beginning with a trippy. He's locked in. These long trippies, they're not easy to do to get locked in like that. Ooh, tight gap. Bet you weren't expecting that one. So smooth, this dude. Really smooth. I love these lines. I love the speed and the proximity to the ground. I like to fly like that as well. And that epic send. Epic. You know, you got to end in a crash. That shows you pushing it. So there, he did spin. He hit some gaps. It was a big send. So I appreciate that caption. Check him out. Right, on to the next pilot. He is from France, and his name is Roost FPV. And this video is titled "À la cool sur le home spot," which, do you know, I should have googled what that meant, but I'm assuming it's something about him, the cool in his home spot or something. That's wrong, I'm sure. But anyway, let's check out his uncut. I think this was a one pack, which was pretty damn sick actually. So many good pilots these days, it's just crazy. Lots of throttle control in a tight space, what I like to see. Big power loop gap. So much control, precision, all hitting the reverse. Going for the dolphin dive. And I like the way he does sort of the flat yaw out. That's what I like to do because it adds style. And he ends it, well, he doesn't end it, this is just one part of his uncut, but he ends my video with the trippy climb, which I've tried before if you watch my AI video. And yeah, you'll realise, or I realised, it wasn't easy. So major props to you, Roost. And we're going to move on to the next pilot. This guy, he's possibly also French. There's too many French pilots. I swear every time I do these videos, I say, how many good French pilots are there? It's just crazy. There's too many. What are they putting in the water over in France? Anyway, next pilot's called Ollie Hawk. And He doesn't even need a caption for his YouTube video. He's just got some hashtags. Hashtag culture FPV, hashtag send it. Let's watch it. Let's hashtag watch it. That's, do you know what, to start, that's just mad, because this roof is so low. Oh, I love that sort of, the flat yaws back and forth. I also try and do that, but mine aren't usually that flat. He's super locked, man. He's so technical, so smooth, and his throttle control is just next level. I mean, this is such a tight space. Ooh. Spinny spinny at the end. Yeah, that guy, I think he's super underappreciated, and he's super awesome. I say super a lot, but that's just because I'm super excited about these videos. Anyway, on to the next category, and this one is called Tiny Whoop because it's featuring Tiny Whoop pilots. This first pilot, if you're into Tiny Whoops, you're definitely going to know him. But if you're not into Tiny Whoops, maybe you haven't heard of him, and he's a big name in the Tiny Whoop world, and he is Tyrant FPV. And his video that I'm featuring is one from Ep.4, which is on at the moment. I think they're just doing like the preliminary stages or something. This is one of his videos, and it just displays how much control this guy has, how much technical skill he has. Honestly, it's mind-blowing. I fly Tiny Whoop, and I can't do this. It's just crazy. So, his video is called, this is the Ep.4 video, and it's called Training Ground Week 0. Let's go. He's got the living room cube in front, isn't it? I think he must be with his wife. I'm sure she must get annoyed by him flying in front of the TV. But look at all these technical tricks he's doing in a row without any break. Matties. He does a Barani in the line as well. Another Matty. So much proximity. A little wall bonk there. A little orbit. And he's trippy spinning his light. Just mind-boggling. I'm sure he crashed at the end there. You can't hide your cuts from me, people. Do you know, anyway, Tyrant is insane. You've got to check him out. He's really, really amazing. One thing I'll say that made me think of it, I often notice sometimes in freestyle videos where people will cut just before it looks like they're going to crash. And they're obviously trying to hide the crashes. I would say just embrace the crash. Don't be afraid to show your crashes. It shows that you're human. I show my crashes all the time because I crash all the time. So don't cut before the crash, include the crash. That's what I do. You've got to show people that you're not a machine. You know, you're a human. We all crash. So anyway, with that said, let's get on to it. Next Tiny Whoop pilot. This guy is called Siege FPV, and he has been another pilot who's been improving a lot lately. I did feature him on the Instagram as well. Sorry, by the way, I'm so inactive on that Instagram. I barely do reposts. I much prefer doing it on the YouTube like this. I'll get back to it. I will, I promise. But anyway, his video is called Friday Morning Send, and this is what it's like. You can tell he's got a lot of skill with a Tiny Whoop. He's doing a trippy spin, and he's going into Matties in a minute. So I'm getting ahead of myself here because I've watched all these videos already. Yeah, he's doing so many Matty combos in this video. Barani, hell yeah. And this is a cheeky, ooh, spinny winny to a Matty. So clean as well. Really good. Yeah, some of my favourite videos that he does are actually inside his house, and he's just really ripping in his house. That's one of the ones I featured on Instagram. I think he's a pilot to look out for as well. He's just going to keep getting better. Anyway, on to the next one. This guy is called Tricky FPV, and his video that I'm featuring is called Back to the School Spot for another Tiny Whoop freestyle session. So let's watch him freestyling in the school spot. Already feeling it. So good, so smooth. Technical as well. Lovely Matty flip there. Very precise with his kind of sideways power loop thingamajigs. And he's going big too with these big power. He does some really awesome power loops in this video actually. You'll have to watch the whole thing. Yes, smooth, I love the style, really technical, and friggin' awesome, man. Right, so on to the next category, and this category is Sbang. The first pilot that I'm going to feature today in my Sbang, or Juicy Sbang category is called Champ FPV. And he is a pilot who's very active on Facebook, which is how I initially discovered him. And also, he happens to live in the same country that I live. Not right now, I'm in the UK, but usually I live in Vietnam. And he lives there, although he's not Vietnamese. I won't share too much about his life story. Let's get into his video, which is called "This FPV Race is Amazing." Let's see. The thing I love about Sbang pilots, is just how precise. I'm speechless, you see, I can't even speak. He's precise on the sticks, he's got all the flat yaws, freaking perfect, man. This was actually from another video I found on Facebook. But check him out, he's really locked in, he's precise, he's doing his spins where he kind of locks the horizon, he's doing his flat yaws. I think that is something that you just really need to be a good Sbang pilot. He's fast and then he's slow. Yeah, he's got a good mix of everything. He's a great all-round pilot, and he's another pilot also who I've seen improve a lot over the last year. Anyway, on to the next pilot. This next pilot is from the UK. I'm pretty sure he's from the UK. And he's a Sbang pilot. You don't get many of them here. It seems like everyone in the UK wants to fly Bandos, but there are a few Sbang pilots, and this guy is called Inertia. Let's watch. And these actually are from his Instagram. I prefer to feature YouTube videos on here, but when I can't find YouTube videos, I'll go to the Instagram, and these are some of my favourite Instagram videos of his. Let's watch. One of the things that I think he's really good at is tricks in close proximity to the ground. Beautiful inverted yaw there. He does a lot of fast like rolls and flips very close to, and beautiful next to the tree as well. He cut there, it's just about to get good. But yeah, in the tree as well. Yeah, really, really great. So the thing I love most about him is just his sort of speed and proximity to the ground, like I was talking about. He's always flipping and rolling really close to the ground. The only thing I would say, and if you're watching Inertia, I've got a piece of advice for you. I would say if you add in a few more flat yaw spins, either inverted or non-inverted, I think your Sbang would just be taken to the next level, because you've got all the fast stuff close to the ground, like a lot better than a lot of the other Sbang pilots. But if you add in a few more yaws, I'm telling you, it's going to take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Alright, so this next pilot is a Sbang pilot that if you're into Sbang, you definitely will have heard of, because he's one of the big names in my opinion. But the reason why I featured this video was A, because it was freaking awesome and crazy, and he's doing stuff. I think he's kind of pushing Sbang and doing new tricks that people haven't seen before. But B, I saw him featured recently on Rotor Riot Community Spotlight, the same episode that actually I was featured on, so that was pretty cool. But I noticed that when they're talking about his video, they didn't really say anything nice about him or his flying, and that kind of frustrated me a bit. And also, you know, when you're watching people who feature other people's videos, they do spotlights and whatnot, similar to this, it kind of frustrates me when they either just talk about something completely unrelated, or they don't really say anything nice, or they're just talking about their own thing, or just kind of ignoring the video. What's the point of featuring the video if you're not going to say nice things about it? Do you know what I mean? So I'm here to highlight these pilots and just how good they are. And this guy is a beast. So his name is Casti. Come on, you must have heard of Casti if you're into Sbang. And the video was called El Flow Caliente. And he's throwing in these new sort of, they're like glitchy things. His speed and precision is just mind-blowing, and there's one trick he does where he just did it before. I'm going to show you again at the end. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff going on. He's so fast on the sticks. I'd love to see some stick cam. Crazy. Yeah, you see that? He does. I might try it myself. In fact, I've tried it in the sim. I can't even really do it properly. He goes in for like a side rewind, and then he like pauses mid-air, and then he rolls out of it, and then he goes into something else. So you think he's just going to do the side rewind, like I did a trick tutorial on that, but he doesn't. Instead of rewinding back, he just kind of goes, and then he just stops, and then he flips. And that was one move that I've never seen anyone do, I don't think. It's freaking sick. Maybe I don't watch enough Sbang, But anyway, it was awesome. Check him out, and that's that. Next Sbang pilot is from France, and his name is Luke or Luke. I don't know. He's got a dash in between the LU and the K. And his video is I'm back from winter. So maybe he wasn't flying much in the winter, and now he is. Anyway, he's a young pilot, and he's sick. Great proximity to the tree, great control. He starts slow and then he starts going aggressive. Nice rewinds and stuff like that. Great precision, love the inverted yaw. Really awesome. He's a really young pilot, I think. I've got a feeling he's like 16. Maybe I got that wrong. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. He's got a lot of skill. He's only going to keep getting better, I would assume. So yeah, that's that. On to the next category. And this category, I've called it Technically Speaking. And that's because all of these pilots are very good at technical tricks. So let's just get right into it with the first pilot from Germany. I think last time I featured a bunch of German pilots. This time I've got a new German pilot. His name is Snoop FPV. Is he named after Snoop Dogg? Or maybe he's named after Snoopy the dog. Actually, isn't Snoop Dogg named after Snoopy the dog? Who knows? Anyway, his video is called, in a similar theme to Luke's, Winter is Over. Let's watch. I thought he was going for the power loop. He wasn't going for the matty. Oh, I love those flat yaws out. They're just too sexy. This, come on. Trippy spin in the window gap. I've seen other people do it, but this one was too clean. Too clean. Oh, look at that. Spin. Oh, back in. The proximity. Oh, he's reversing it. This dude is crazy. What a beast. Yeah. Snoop FPV. Underrated as hell. Check him out. Right, on to the next one. We've got another pilot from France. Surprise, surprise. There's too many good French pilots. This guy's called Shaper FPV, and his video is called Spleen Pestle. Love that. Anyway, let's watch it. It's already sick. The proximity to the electric pylon. Oh, going for the spinny inside. Makes it out alive. That's a win. Yeah. He's very good at these matty combos and stuff like that. He does a lot of technical stuff, but he's always really smooth with it. Really great. Yeah. He's very consistent. He's always got really smooth technical lines like that. You've got to check him out. Right, on to the next pilot. This is a pilot from Europe as well. He is from the UK, actually. I've got a feeling he might be Hungarian British. See, I do my research here on FPV Freestyle Kingz Pilot Spotlight. But anyway, his name is Inverted, like inverted without the I. He's dropped that because he's just wants to be different like that, I guess. So anyway, his video, this isn't from YouTube, this is from Instagram because he's quite active there. And this video is just called Juice Box. A picture of a juice box. Juice box emoji, we'll call it. And he's almost like a sabandoer. He's like a sabanger in a bando. He's quite juicy, but he's really, really technical. Like with the trippy rewind there. I like his flow in this one. I've noticed his flow is getting a lot better. A lot smoother and more locked in. Nice little reverse split S to finish there. But yeah, he is without doubt another pilot who's been improving a lot, and he's only going to keep getting better, so keep your eye out for him. On to the next pilot. This is another pilot who has been, I swear, I keep saying this, but this guy's been improving a lot as well, I swear. It ain't no lie. He's German, and he's big in the sim as well because he makes a lot of his own maps, excuse me, in Uncrashed, and his name is KFPV94. KE, short for Kevin, possibly? Let's watch. This video is just called FPV Drone Bando Freestyle. And beautiful matty combos, going big. He's not afraid to send it, this guy. But he's always really technical. He does a lot of sort of matty Barani style combos. Yeah, sick. Yeah, he's precise as well. And I love this little cheeky little last gap. Ooh, last minute Matty. Yes, please. Too good. Right, on to the next, technically speaking, on to the next pilot, technically speaking, rather. Here's another one from France. Can you believe it? Seriously. Anyway, this guy is called ASAP FPV, and this was one of his recent videos that I really like, called The Destruction of Home Tree. Going for the nice smooth power loop to begin with a, like a Rubik's Matty type juicy combo. Not really sure what that was, pretty sick though. Straight into the trippy into Matty combo. I need to do that combo more. It's too good, that combo, trippy to Matty. It's not easy because you've got to spot where you're going to do the Matty. And he did it perfectly. He spotted it, he went over, perfect execution. Right, the next pilot, can you guess where he's from? Did you say France? Is that France? You're right, he's from France. Anyway, this next pilot, he's honestly, you've probably heard of this guy if you're into FPV freestyle. But I featured him anyway. I don't like featuring big names, if I'm honest, because I'd rather give exposure to the small guys. I don't think the big guys need any help. But I feel like there's still a lot of people who don't know who this guy is. I mean, on his Instagram, he's got like 4,000 followers. In my opinion, it should be like 40,000, 400 even. But he just deserves to be featured because he is crazy. I'm not going to say any more than that, other than show you the video, which is called Vibing, and the pilot is Au Plumes. Everything this guy does is just like, it's art. Oh, look at that, beautiful, like side rewinds with the proximity. Oh, his spinny spins are just too good. And his throttle control, displaying supreme throttle control here with the flat yaws. I'm a big lover of these flat yaws because they're not easy to do. This was the end of the video. I had to feature it. He like trippy spins every tree, then he does this insane voice. It's like hypnotizing me. I'm hypnotized. He like vortexes out of the top of the forest. Just, oh my god. Seriously, if you don't know that guy, go check him out. You won't be disappointed. Okay, on to the next category. So this category is where I highlight a pilot who I think is going to be big in the future. And this month, or this edition, I actually couldn't decide on just one pilot, and I found 3. So this is my ones to watch. And we're going to start with our first pilot, who I think is going to be one to watch in the future because he just keeps getting better and better and better. His name is Powerline FPV. This one was from his Instagram, and it's just called Moving with some emojis. So let's watch. Ladder dive. Shows he's good at precision and throttle control with the recovery at the bottom. The pull-out. His pull-out game's strong. Anyway, he's got, yeah, really technical. He does a lot of these Matty combos. Really nice. And he shows he's got good proximity skills with that little proximity power loop there. And here he does like, it's almost like a Mavani but with a roll. Yeah, one to watch, 100% Powerline FPV. Check him out. I found him on Instagram. Not sure if he's on YouTube. I'll leave the links to everyone down below. Like I always say, go check him out. The next one to watch is a pilot from Brazil. And I really enjoy seeing Brazilian pilots come up because I keep hearing stories about how they have to pay so much, like insane fees. Like I know all you US guys at the moment are complaining about all these tariffs and stuff like that. Go try living in Brazil. They've had like 100% tariffs forever or something like that. All I know is that they have to pay an insane amount for their FPV gear. So crashing for them is a lot more expensive and therefore it's a lot harder to get better. But this guy has been improving at an incredibly fast pace because he's only been flying for just over a year as far as I'm aware. His name is Smile FPV, and the video that I'm featuring is called Smooth Flight Through the Trees. This was just one I couldn't pick, but this is one of the ones I like most. And he is doing a lot of smooth flight through the trees. Beautiful matty flip there. Into a locked in trippy spin. Yeah, just trust me, when I've been flying over a year, and it's his reverse game, he's aware of gaps, and he knows how to like rewind and do like sort of reverse in and out of gaps and stuff like that. Yeah, like that. Oh, beautiful. His kind of spatial awareness is next level, and that's why I featured him, and he's improving so fast. Smile FPV, go check him out. Okay, so this next one to watch is a pilot from Indonesia, and more specifically from Bali. And this really pleases me because I used to live in Bali and I flew freestyle, and when I was living there like at least a couple of years ago, there weren't a lot of FPV freestyle pilots pushing it. But now there are, and so that pleases me, and I'm really glad that to see this guy in particular come up, because he's been pushing hard and I can see his improvement. And his name is Wega FPV, and this video is called Bando Bali, and I've flown in this spot. It's pretty intimidating, but it's so much fun. Let's watch. Nice reverse out with a spinny. Yeah, he's pretty smooth, this guy. Lovely close proximity to the ground flying. Always makes everything look so much better. With a nice tight matty flip through that gap. And he's hitting power loop roof dives, really smooth, and finishes it with the beautiful. It's like I call it a moonwalk with the flat yaw out. Did I say how much I love flat yaws? I freaking love them. Anyway, yeah, so Wega FPV, you're doing great. Keep it up. I love to see the Bali freestyle scene grow. Go check him out if you haven't heard of him already. He's in the description. On to the next one. So this next category is, I've called it I'm a Big Deal. And that's because it's from a pilot that undoubtedly you already know, but I thought I would just feature it anyway, just because I loved it so much. And I've given this guy loads of shouts out in the past. He doesn't need any help from a little fry like me, but a small fry like me rather. But he is called Kingz FPV, or Pablo Floor. Everyone knows this guy. He's just too good. This is one of the videos of his from recent times that I really loved and just blew my mind, and it's called Nose to the Grindstone. If you haven't watched it, or if you haven't heard of Kingz FPV, where have you been? Go check him out. He is insane. So good. Let's watch. Yeah, is all beautiful. Another one who's big into these flat yaws. I've noticed he's been doing them a lot more actually lately, and I feel like it's a really great way to kind of keep your flow going. He's so precise. He can go into pretty much any technical move, and his spatial awareness is next level. Always hitting any gap he wants, really. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Reversing the end as well. Well, it's not the end, just the end of my video, but when he reverses and then he spins through the next gap. Oh, flawless. That guy is so good that I'm not going to say anymore. Just, you know who it is. Anyway. Okay, so we've reached the last category, the last video and the last pilot, because this is my video of the month. So every month, even though this isn't monthly, I just call it a monthly thing anyway, I feature a pilot whose video I think is just so mind-blowing, is so insane, that I've crowned it video of the month. And this month's video, or this edition's video, is from a pilot called Edwin Hack FPV. And his video is called Run Cut Industry, and this is an uncut. I think it's about a minute and a half maybe. I'm not going to show the whole thing. You've got to go to his channel and check out the whole thing. Video link down below. It's just, honestly, my palms are sweating just watching it. Watch this. He's going for all the gaps. He's so fast. He doesn't hold back. Just look how he starts. Up there, oh my God. It's crazy. It's just like, you think, oh my God, is he going to crash? Is he going to? And then he's just hitting the next gap and then the next gap. He's hitting all the gaps, doing everything. He's really technical. It's just so much going on. I'm just like, dude, my mind cannot handle this. So yeah, that is my video of the month. absolutely crazy. That Edwin Hack, seriously, dude, you're crazy, in a good way, in a good way. So yeah, go check it out. Go check out all the videos in the description below. Hopefully you discovered a new pilot today. Maybe you discovered 32 new pilots today. How mad would that be? Anyway, keep sending it, keep ripping. That's all I'm going to say for today. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it will be next month. It probably won't be though. Peace.